here in China, which is most of us here. So basically, we're trying to avoid the fact that many expats lose money, filing, the wrong ways, basically, or misunderstanding the rules. So we are trying to avoid these rules and also stay compliant with both countries. Let's go to the next one. All right, so don't miss this text window, right? Most experts pay more tax than they should simply because no one explains the rules clearly, right? What are the rules? So basically, tax rules obviously differ in China and South Africa, and they also overlap. So it's always good to know the differences and where you can take advantage of of the similarities, basically. And so filing incorrectly can lead to double taxation or penalties. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that everything is going according to order, basically. All right. Then we have December to February. This is a critical tax planning window. Why? Because you can fix your tax issues now before everything else is finalized for both China and SA, right? So this is a good time. Take advantage of this period. Make sure that everything checks out for you. All right, and knowing your status prevents unnecessary SARS assessments. So we're gonna speak about the status thing later on. What does it mean to be a tax resident state? To have a tax residency, basically. And even our experts will elaborate more on that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yes, so here it's like 5 essentials for every South African living in China. So one, you need to protect your income, meaning that you need to know what China is going to tax you versus what South Africa can tax you. You want to avoid the double taxation that could happen to your income by using the DTAs. These are the double tax agent agreements between the two countries. So how to take advantage of those policies, basically, right? Number 3, stay compliant in both countries. Keep clean records for audits. This is just basically keeping your receipts, all the time, where you stay, how much you earn, and so on. The 4th one would understand the SARS expectation. What do they expect from you from back home? And yeah, speaking about provisional tax, like this is basically paying your tax in advance in installments throughout the year so that you don't end up with a big lump sum. So this is going to be very important. And then know your tax residency status, right? This determines everything: who you pay, how much you pay, and where you pay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. So make the most of your tax residency, right? Tax residency is not about your passport, but it's about where you live, work, and spend most of your time. So basically, we are like Chinese tax residents, even though we don't have a Chinese passport. There is a rule here in China. I'm sure LEENA will, elaborate more on that. Like if you're here for like 183 days, you work here for 183 days and more, so you are like officially a Chinese tax resident, basically. And if you haven't seized your tax status from back home, you basically paying taxes in 2 countries. You are like a tax resident in 2 countries. And I'm sure that there are ways to get around this. So anyway, your residency status tells SARS in China who you pay tax to, how much you pay, whether you can avoid double taxation, or whether you qualify for those exemptions as well. So this is going to be very, very important to know. All right, let me not waste time. I think this is it, basically. Yes, thank you so much. I am very, very happy today to have LEENA. LEENA is actually the founder of the company. So we thought we'll get an agent, but she's like, no, she wants to do it herself. So I'm very, very happy for that. And I will stop sharing here and I will welcome LEENA to take over and just give her presentation. Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Hi, LEENA.
PPT now.
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay, great.
Are you able to share your screen? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, can see it?
Yes, we can see
it. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
One moment. Oh, I come back. One moment, sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, I first time use this.
Okay, I understand.
Can go here.
But we can see your document,
PPT?
right? Yeah, we can see the PPT. Yes, we can see it.
But I cannot see the PPT on my computer.
Do you mind maybe
Yeah.
also disabling your camera for now and then see how that works? Because sometimes it could be like a network issue.
Sorry, well, say another computer's PPT maybe.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
One moment.
No worries. We understand technical.
I think I can't play it. Oh, sorry. One moment, I stop the sharing, then I will start again. Cannot say the sharing now, right?
Yeah, now we can't see it, so you can try again.
Now it's okay.
Perfect. Okay, no worries. Perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
I will start now.
All right.
Sorry for the mistake.
No, don't worry. It's okay.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm LEENA. So my company specializes in assisting expats who work in China to do their tax settlement and refund. And this is a good timing because this year is off, and the tax settlement for this year will start next March to June. So you can start prepare for it. It's very great pleasure to be here to introduce some individual income tax knowledge to you all. I hope it will help you all in some way. So let's start. So today I will talking the tax from these 5 questions. This is common questions that expats always asking us. So the first is how the individual tax system work in China, and what is the annual settlement of individual tax, and what are the salary tax rates, and how to calculate tax, and what tax reduction policy you can enjoy in China. So the first is how the individual tax system works in China. So you have to know there is employer and taxpayer. For the employer, they will use this tax administration to do your tax apply. So for yourself, you have to use this individual income tax app to do your settlement. So employer, they have to use this individual electric tax administration to apply the tax every month for you. They deduct tax from your salary, then apply and pay for it to the tax office through this system. And what you need to do is after the whole year finish, the coming March to June, you need to conform your tax and income data in this individual income tax app and do a tax annual settlement to complete your tax situation. Then after you fill your settlement, you might will get some tax refund or have to pay some extra tax in. So what is a tax settlement? So let's think about this way. You visit a restaurant, and pay the deposit in this restaurant. Then after a year, you need to know how much you exactly spend in this restaurant. They make an accounting on it. If you spend more money, then you need to pay some extra. If you spend less money, then you will get some refund from your deposit. Also, when you do the annual accounting, because you are a long-term client, you might will get some discount for this year. So this is how the annual settlement works. To make an annual accounting on your tax, and apply some tax reduction, also get some tax refund or pay some extra tax in. So this is how it works. That is the tax rate for individual income tax. For foreigners, if you are staying in China more than just now, the host already mentioned, more than 183 days in a tax year, not from you come to China, it's every year you need to stay in more than 183 days in a tax year. Then you are a resident taxpayer for this year. So you can use the resident tax rule to apply and do the tax settlement. So your income will be accumulated monthly by monthly to calculate the tax. So you can say the Excel, this is the annual taxable income. So every different annual taxable income amount, it's shoot the different tax rate. So you can say from the Excel. For example, for January, if January your taxable income is 20,000, so you will pay 600 yuan for the January. And then February, your taxable income is still 20,000 yuan, but the annual taxable income, so this is monthly taxable income is 20,000 yuan. But for February, the annual taxable income is accumulated to how much? 20,000 plus 20,000, so will be 40,000 for the annual taxable income. So basically on 40,000 yuan, you need pay for tax 1,480 yuan, but you already paid 600 yuan in January. So for February, you will just need to pay 880 yuan, which is 1,480 deduction the 600 yuan. So you will pay 880 yuan for February. So this rule is for the resident individual. The main point is your income will be accumulated to the annual taxable income, not monthly by monthly basic. It's basic on the annual taxable income. And another way is usually foreigner, if you are not stay in China more than 183 days, then for this tax year, then you will be a non-resident individuals. And your income don't need accumulated. You can say here is monthly taxable income. So for example, just now we said 20,000. So your 20,000 will be in this level. And the second month, your 20,000 will also be in this level. But you can say here, if for the resident individual, 20,000 will be in this level, then the second month, February, its annual taxable income will be 40,000. Then it will jump to this level. So it's different. You can say it's different. The monthly and annual income is different. This is the salary tax rates. Let's go ahead. And here is the rule how to calculate the tax. You can have a look because here everyone don't have a tax or accounting background, so it might will be a little difficult for you. I will just do a short explain for it. So how to calculate the tax annual tax payable amount here is. So annual income deduct the basic fee, which is 60,000 yuan for a year. This is a fixed amount. This 60,000 yuan for a year, you don't need pay the tax. So it's non-taxable. You can deduct from your income. Then you will deduct some other items like special deductions, like the special additional deductions. And after you deduction all these things, you will get a annual taxable income amount. And you get the annual taxable income amount, you can find your tax rate. from this Excel. And then you use your annual taxable income amount, multiply the tax rate, and deduct the quick calculation deduction. Here is every level have a quick calculation of deductions number. Then you will get an annual tax payable amount. So you get your tax payable amount. Then you will compare it with the prepaid tax, because just now we said the company, they will prepay your tax every month. So after 12 months, then you get a prepaid tax amount. And now you're accounting your payable annual you account your payable amount, tax amount for this year. Then you can compare these two, then you can find they're different. If they're different, then you might get a refund, or you have to pay a little extra tax in. So this is how the system work and how you compare and calculation your tax. So, what situation you might pay a extra tax when you do the tax settlement? There is three common situations. For example, the changing jobs. If you changing a job from this company to another company in a year, then you will have to pay a little tax in. And also, when you're working for multiple companies or have two companies or more companies apply for your tax, then it will cost you pay a little tax in. And also, when you're switching between non-resident and resident status, you also will be required to pay some tax in, because when you accounting your annual payable amount, it will be a little more than what you prepaid. And also, so we know you will pay a little extra tax in. How you can do some reduction? So here is the reduction that you can enjoy in China. If you rent an apartment and pay the rent fee, so you can get some reduction from the rent. You just need to offer your rent contract, and sometimes the tax office will ask you offer the proof of you paying the rent. So if you paid by WeChat or bank account, it can screenshot to them. We can handle it, all the process to offer the documents to the office and help you, assist you to get the reduction and get the refund. And also, if one of your parents is over 60 years old, you also can get some tax reduction. Even your parents is living in abroad of China, you still can apply for this reduction. Might will need you offer the passport of your parents or ID card of your parents. Maybe some other documents requested by the office, but it depends on different people who review your tax refunds. They will give you some special rules or special documents that you have to offer. So all this process that we can help for it. And also, if you have a child in school or you have a child under 3 years old, you both can get the reductions. So that's all for today. That's all for today. I hope it's gonna help understand the individual income tax in China. And I already shared the PPT to the host. So if you need, you can feel free to ask him to share to you. And also, if you still have more questions or want to know your own tax situation, can contact us. We have offered help to more than 3,000 expats who work around China to do their tax settlement and their tax refund. I'm glad to offer your help as well. So you can scan this QR code to log in our mini program and our tax assistant. Then can start to know more tax situation of yourself in China and say, is it possible get some refund from previous years, and also for this year for preparing for the March to the June the 2025 tax settlement. So now if you have any more questions, can discuss with me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, LEENA. Thank you so much for the presentation. Really, really appreciate it. And so we will take some questions now. I think the first person to raise their hand is iPhone. iPhone, please introduce yourself. Yeah, we actually want people to actually like use their own name. So, but it's okay. Please just introduce yourself and then ask LEENA. Yeah, you can just ask LEENA whatever you want to ask her now.
Sorry, before people ask questions, I quickly just want to clarify something. Please note that a person can ask 1 or 2 questions, so we allow other people to ask questions. And if there are not any more questions, then maybe you can ask an extra one, just so that we have control of time and we allow other people to also, get their questions answered and so on. Thank you.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, thanks, Tabako. Yeah, that's very true. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Oh, can I ask now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
the floor is yours, iPhone.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't change my name. Sorry. Hi, LEENA. Thank you for the information. I just wanted to know. So I heard that like, if you had, because you were also talking about keeping of receipts. What if you had like a big surgery and you don't have insurance? Can you use your receipts to kind of like make a claim with tax if you paid your surgery cash?
For foreigner will be a little difficult because if you have the social insurance, and then it will be good for you apply for the surgery fee. But the surgery fee is like after your social, because usually foreigner, I don't know you have social insurance in China or not, because some company, they don't pay the social insurance for foreigner, you know that. If you have social insurance, can you hear me?
I can hear you. And also, I don't have. I can hear you. Also, I don't have social insurance.
Do you have the social?
No, I don't.
If you don't have social insurance, it will be difficult to apply for this surgery fee in deduction in the tax, because the surgery fee for in this rule is a big yearly fee to deduct in the income. But this rule is like after your social insurance covered your fee, and after that you spend more than 20,000 yuan. After 20,000, you spend like maybe you spend after social insurance covered your fee, and you still paid yourself like 30,000 yuan. Then you can deduct 1,000 yuan in your income. Like that. But if after social insurance you didn't pay more than 20,000 yuan, then you cannot deduct anything. And also, if you don't have social insurance, you cannot offer that social insurance system that covered list. You also difficult to apply for this. So for foreigner, it's a little difficult for apply for the big yearly fee deduct in the tax. Yeah. So I don't know, is it clear?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, did you have a follow-up, iPhone? Okay, Itu can ask this. Okay, I think she's okay.
Itu, no, I don't have a problem. Thank you.
All right, no worries.
Hey, everybody. Hey, LEENA. So my question is, when you talked about paying extra tax, like when you were changing jobs, how does that work when you went like hypothetically speaking, let's say you are earning 25,000 after tax at your previous school, and then now you've changed jobs to another school, and that school you're earning like maybe 15,000. How does that work? Will I still be taxed the same amount that I was taxed when I was earning 25, or is it going to be lower because now I'm earning lesser?
So what we said, changing job will cost you paying extra, but it's not for sure. You still need to account in your income and tax status, because you know that if you change job, if you are resident, I mean, there is a lot of situation that could be maybe your old company will apply your resident I mean, the old company will apply for you as a resident or non-resident, and your new company might also apply for you like resident or non-resident, and it could be a lot of situation. So the exactly how you need pay extra or you get tax refund still need to calculate, and also you can use deductions here. When you do the settlement, you can use as more as you can use these deductions. Then you might will get tax refund instead of pay tax extra. And also, why you changing job will make you pay extra is because if your two company both apply tax for you as a resident, you can say the resident salary rates here, because you change job, they will start from 3%. You know, because the new school, you change, for example, you change in middle of this year, June. Let's say maybe you change job in June. So in June, your income will start accumulated again instead accumulated from your old school. So maybe your old school already accumulated your salary to, let's say, maybe 444,000 yuan. Then they already apply your tax in this level, 20% level. And you change job to another company, then they will start your accumulate your income again. So the 1st of the June, maybe 20,000 yuan income, then they will start apply your tax from 3%. Then maybe the end of the year, your new company will just apply your tax in 10%. But after the year finished, you need accumulated both of your company's income, then it will be maybe 20% tax rate. So that's why you need pay a little tax in. And also, if your company apply your tax in 10%, it means they deduct your tax less from your salary every month, and you get more tax or more income in your pocket. So you get more income in your pocket, but you shouldn't get that more, so you will pay a little more back in the end of the year when you do the settlement. I wanna, is it clear? I explain for it. Do you have any more question? Yeah, this is
Thank
why.
you so much. I'm still a bit confused. Yeah. So what I will do is that I will reach out to you after, just so that we go through everything, because I want to leave on a clean slate.
Yeah, because it's still a little confused why I have to pay extra and how this works, because it's still a little difficult. But what we can do is make sure you pay. If you have to pay extra, we make sure you pay the exactly and pay less. Pay like we will try our best to let you pay less extra, or if you can get a refund, we will try our best to make you get more refund. That's what we do. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, LEENA.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah.
We'll go to Hazel. I think Hazel wants to ask a question. I'm not sure if Cregan wants to ask because he's also like a guest here. So, but it's okay. Let's go to Hazel. Hi, Hazel.
Hi. Hi everyone. Thank you, Leena, for being here today. The question that I want to ask is if I'm on a teaching visa and I'm a teacher, but I'm on a partnered business with a Chinese person, should I declare any tax income? Because I do receive like tax profit from that other business. Is it something that needs to be declared? The business registration is not under my name. So even though I'm partnered, is it something that I need to declare in the tax office?
To make it clear that you're working in a company and you have your own company with your partner. Your question is, do you need to apply for your partner tax or apply for your own self tax in your own company?
Yes, that's the question.
If you're working in another company, of course, another company will deduct your tax from your salary and apply for your tax in their company. It's for sure. And you have your own company with your partner. If you don't need to working in your company, and you don't use your company account to transfer the money salary to your own bank account, then you don't need to apply for your own tax in your own company. The main point is, did you use your company bank account, the official bank account, transfer money salary to your own bank account? If you do transfer some salary to yourself, then you have to apply in your company tax. And for your partner as well, if he gets salary from the company, from your own company, then you need to apply for his tax as well. But for your company, you at least have to apply one person tax, because your company must have one person to working inside. So the tax office will request your company apply one person tax in your own company. And if you do have exactly transfer money salary to the person's bank account, then you just follow how much you transfer, then you apply how much. But if you didn't have this every month transfer from your company back to the personal bank, then you can apply for zero applying like that. Is it okay? Answered your question, or you have more question?
Yes. Okay. This is a follow-up question. On a point that you just told me that okay, if it's put in a bank account, then I need to apply for it. Now, what I want to ask is it not? Am I not going to be penalized regarding anything? Because here in China, as a foreigner, you must be basically working at the location that is in your work permit. So this one is basically an income that says, hey, I'm basically like the director of the company. I'm not sure if that makes sense.
Then you mean you're afraid that you're working in another company and you got your work permission in that company, connect to that company, but you're working in another company, you're afraid it will have some issue, right?
Yeah, not necessarily working in the other company, but I'm the director of the other company. Yeah, the company does have the employees. We do have the employees and everything. I'm just the co-owner of the company.
Yeah, but actually the tax system, the tax office, and the PSB office, the government, they're not changing the information. I mean, they usually, if the two companies apply your tax, they will not report to the PSB said, oh, say this foreigner working in two company. No, not like that way. So if your own company send you some money, you can apply some tax in your company by that way. But if you don't want to apply, then you better don't transfer the salary to your own pocket like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. All right. Are you good, Hazel?
Yeah, all good. I'll have to speak to her privately. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think most people will just like have to message LEENA privately, out of respect for time as well, because we also have another speaker who is going to present. But we just want to say, thank you to LEENA one more time, and we really appreciate your presentation and just giving us a bit of insight into how the tax laws work here in China. So yeah, LEENA, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're gonna give it to the next speaker now because we are running out of time, and he's gonna do his presentation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, LEENA.
Okay.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you all as well.
Bye. All right.
So, stop sharing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We have Cregan, who is a South African tax practitioner. I guess he's going to do his presentation now. I wonder if he's still here. Hi, Cregan.
Hey, Karaba.
Yes. So you can go ahead, man, because out of respect for time, you can just be brief as well so that people can still ask you questions. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a fancy presentation, but I'll take questions. I'll take a lot of questions. That's fine. So I'm going to give you only what you need to know without any technical jargon, just so that we are all on the same page. And I'll base it on your presentation, Karaba, what you brought up.
Okay.
So you spoke about, protect your income, know what China taxes, and know what South Africa taxes. Spoke about the DTA, that double tax agreement. So I'll say that there is one between South Africa and China, and we are able to use that. Spoke about staying compliant in both countries. That is very important to keep a clean sheet, knowing your tax affairs, because at the end of the day, being found wanting for tax is a criminal offense. So you definitely want to make sure you're 100% all the time. Understanding SARS expectations. You mentioned provisional tax and foreign income tax declaration. We can touch briefly on that, and know your tax residency status. Okay, this determines everything. That is 100% correct. That does determine everything. So let's chat first with the most important thing, your residency status. So in this group today, we've got mostly South Africans living in China, teaching English in China, working for an employer, a foreign employer. So for us, South Africans, we look at our tax residency test. We look at this term called ordinarily resident, meaning where do you always come back to? What do you consider home? So what's in your mind? You can travel the world, but where are you always going to come back to? You can go to China, you can go to Japan, Vietnam, but at the end of the day, most of these countries only allow you a defined term in that country, be it 1 year, be it 3 years. But at the end of the day, you are still coming back home to South Africa. So that's very simply put, that because you're always coming back to South Africa, you are ordinarily resident in South Africa, you are tax resident of South Africa, meaning you've got tax obligations in South Africa. Your obligations are to file and pay your taxes on your worldwide income. Okay.
Hi, sorry, Cregan. Are you done?
Go for it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm getting people texting me like they want to know
Yes.
who you are.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot.
basically what
Yes,
it is
we-
that you do. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. We chatted. I forgot about everyone else. Yes, my name is Cregan. I am based in South Africa, in Cape Town. I'm a chartered business accountant. I'm a registered tax practitioner. I've got a decade and a half in taxes, and I do this every single day.
Sorry, I just want to quickly ask, is it okay if maybe you share, I don't know, a company profile or a PPT of sorts, just so we can, for some of us who may not know you or didn't speak with you and so on, just for that vote of confidence as well, because I think right now it's just you speaking, but there's no visual aspect whatsoever.
I'll drop my details on the WeChat when we're done.
Okay, Tabo, are you satisfied? I guess we'll have to work with that. But basically, what's this? Cregan, are you done now with? It's a little strange, obviously, for me, but I'm just wondering, are you done with everything that you wanted to say or present, basically?
No. I just covered the residency aspect, just making sure that we're all aligned on the most important aspect on residency and where your tax obligations are. So, yes, you are still a South African tax resident until such time you apply to immigrate. Only at that time when you have done your tax administration, so this is a paperwork exercise to say, I am no longer considering myself to be a tax resident of South Africa. I am now going to be a tax resident of a different state in the world. Until that time happens, you are still liable to SARS for your tax obligations. So that obligation, again, is worldwide income. So that means you have to declare your worldwide income in South Africa. How does this apply to you? You, as a South African tax resident working in China, meeting the requirements of you outside the country for 183 days, 60 continuous, you do have a exemption of 1.25 million rand of income. That means that you can earn up to 1.25 million rand income, and there's an exemption of that amount that would render your tax obligation to be zero. But you still need to go and do your tax return. You would have to motivate. These are the requirements that I'm going to support with my paperwork to say I qualify for that 1.25 million rand exemption. If you don't do that, or if you don't submit the tax return, you don't get that exemption. Then you would be taxed on that worldwide income, whatever that amount is. SARS will check the supporting documents to make sure that you did meet the requirements for you to receive the exemption. So most of the South Africans teaching English in China are under the 1.25 million. So there isn't an additional tax obligation, but there is a compliancy requirement. So if you don't put through the income tax return at SARS, that means you're non-compliant. And what SARS is doing now is putting forward those admin penalties for non-compliance. So every month there's a penalty that would happen, and until such time that you do submit your income tax return. And again, when it comes to paperwork, everything revolves around the quality of that supporting documents. You're going to need your contract, your employment contract. I know this is a touchy subject, but we're going to talk about it very briefly. pay slips. We do need pay slips. I know some schools don't like giving pay slips. We would need a letterhead from that school saying that I have worked at that school, for example. These are my duties. So they confirm you are saying what is in the contract and what you are saying as well. Your passport is going to be critical, and that should be most of your statutory requirements from a documentary point of view. These are not absolute. If SARS requires more documents to satisfy themselves, remember, the onus of proof always rests on the taxpayer. So you need to prove to SARS, here's all my documents to satisfy the commissioner at SARS that I do qualify for this exemption. So that's how that process works. And yes, it's an annual filing that you need to be roughly opening up in July, closing roughly towards the end of October every year. Any questions?
That was straightforward.
Are there people that have questions?
Now, I just heard Mpumi say it's very straightforward. I think for most people would agree it's very straightforward. And out of respect for time, I think I don't see any hands now. So if anybody got questions, we can always text them. Sorry? Who's
Somebody
that?
just talking at the back. I mean, we still have a bit of a 10-minute before we sort of end the meeting, but if there's no more questions, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much, Cregan. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time. And yeah, we promise to keep the meeting very short today.
Hold
Lynn
on,
has a
KB.
question.
Sorry, Lynn has a hand up.
Yeah, I saw that. It's okay. Hi, Lynn.
Hi. So I just wanted to find out because, like, I'm probably one of the people that have never filed. I want to know how much. Like, you said there was a documentation fee. Like, when you have there's like a fee per day. Do you have a rough estimate of the amount of that penalty? How much it would like per day? Because you said it happens daily.
No, not daily, monthly.
Monthly. Sorry, monthly.
Yeah, so it depends on your income. So
Okay.
it starts from 250 Rand a month. And then it's bracketed per income amount. So the super multi-millionaires will be paying 16,000 Rand a month. So I think that's like, they're making like 10 million Rand. But the 0 to whatever is nominal. The minimum is 250 Rand a month.
Okay.
So if you're
thank
making,
you.
if you're making $1 million, it's going to go to like 500, 1,000. So it doubles up every time.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
More hands.
Itu. Hi, Itu. Go ahead.
Hi. Sorry. So I registered a business a long time ago and it never actually worked because unfortunately I got into business with a scammer. But I'm still getting messages about like filing my taxes with because I had opened a bank account and registered the company. And then also, number 2, the other day I tried to open a tax-free account with my bank, and then it gave me something to do with like, you're not a tax something, so I did not qualify. How do I go about that?
Okay. There's 2 things on that you're talking about. The first one, I'm going to say, did that company trade at all?
Nope.
Okay. I think you need to put an affidavit through stating your scammer issue. You still need to close down this company with CIPC and SARS. then
Okay.
because right now it's active and in the background, all you're doing is incurring unnecessary penalties. So you need to affidavit and do a application to close that company with CIPC and SARS.
Okay.
The second one on the bank, I think what's happening over there is, I don't know if you've done a tax immigration, but it may look like on system it's showing you as a non-resident. That's why the bank is not allowing you to open a tax-free savings account. That's one option. The second option may be that you're not registered on SARS. You don't have an income tax number. Have you ever had an income tax number? Would be the question.
I did. I do have, and it's there on the banking app as well. It's just that I then later on updated the my tax number to the Chinese one,
Two
but
more
it's
minutes,
still
guys.
there, the South African
Okay.
tax number.
We got two
Yeah,
more
there
minutes.
must be a bank technical issue on their system, taking the incorrect
Okay.
number. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, that looks like that's everybody really.
Hi,
once again-
sorry.
oh, please raise your
yes.
hand because
I don't know how to
Oh.
how to raise my hand. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
So I've been trying to find the raise my hand button for 5 minutes and I'm lost. I'm so sorry about that.
Don't worry. It's
It's all
okay, it's
good.
okay.
Okay. So I
Alright,
have I have a question. So
Sorry, Adeline, before you ask your
I
question,
need
sorry, Adeline,
yes.
I'll just quickly like to know that you and Nombuso are the last people to ask questions. So just wanted to make that mental note to everybody.
Okay.
Out of respect
Thank
of
you.
time, of course.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so I have never filed or registered for tax because when I worked in South Africa, I earned very less money. And I've been working in China for 8 years, but I fell like really below the bracket of 1.25 million. So recently I've tried to register for my tax number online, but for the life of me, it wasn't working. And they said that I need to come to South Africa and visit the nearest SARS branch. So I would like to know, would I need documents stating that I've been working in China since 2018? Or would I just need my current documents when I go into SARS branch to register or for my tax number? Because I am clueless about filing for taxes or anything dealing with tax regarding South African tax, because I have help in China, where my companies have always filed for my taxes. So what would I need?
okay. So your past income tax returns that you haven't filed got nothing to do with you applying for your SARS income tax number. You don't have to come to the branch necessarily. You can do it online. It's biometrics now. It's still in a testing phase. It's not absolute. It's got bugs. You can register for the SARS e-filing profile. Are you coming back to South Africa? Would you be coming back to South Africa?
To visit, yes.
Okay. First prize is you can get it done online. I'll send you the link. Second prize is, well, if they want you to come in, it's because there's something that is conflicting on their system. So you might be flagged as being a ghost or being a undesirable of some kind. That's why it won't process you. So remember, SARS has got access to a lot of databases, and if it picks up that there's incongruency, then that would be a reason why they would say, nope, we'll deny you to register online, and we want to physically verify you. That would be why they would want you specifically to walk into a branch to see your physical body. Because there's too many scams, too many ID fraud. It's chaos of years on the fraud aspect and the scamming. So that, this is their one mechanism to make sure that you are who you say you are. Once you've got your SARS e-filing number and registered on SARS e-filing, then you can update the past income tax returns, but you would need all your statutory documents, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes. So, would I need my contracts from way back in 2018 or just my current employer?
You need everything.
Just all my documents. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to find them. Okay. So I should just bring in everything and go and walk into SARS branch.
They won't do your tax return for you. You're gonna have to do that yourself. You going into the tax branch is just to verify that you are a living body and you are real. That's why they'll give you your income tax number if you can't register online.
Okay, no problem.
We'll try the online part first and see what happens.
Yes. I've tried, and every time they've just said, no, I need to come in.
We'll ask them for a reason why they say that.
All right.
Okay,
Can we
thank
allow
you.
the next person to ask quickly, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Numbuso?
Hi, thank you. My question is very quick. So I wasn't filing before until the 2024-2025 season. However, because I have some investments in South Africa, so my tax certificates will be uploaded on my SARS, is it profile or, on my portal there. So then it will appear. And then I was working with this tax practitioner that I asked if that is fine, like only the tax certificates, I didn't need to do anything. And she had said that it was okay. It looks as if like I'm compliant and all of those things until this year when my certificates were not necessarily uploaded for 2024-2025. Then I had to file. I worked with a different tax person whom then I had to submit my China bank statements and all of those things. So my question is, do I still need to go back to the previous years to file, or is it okay to leave it like that? Like I wouldn't be penalized going forward and all of that.
So what wasn't pre-populated and you earn that income, you have to declare it. So you would have to go and reopen or do a correction just to let SARS know, hey, you missed something. It's better to make sure you have a complete set of accurate information on the tax return. But leaving it out, it may hurt you later on. Because if that financial house doesn't pre-populate that, they'll get penalized at some point, but then it's going to come and you didn't do it as well, so you also declared incorrectly. So you would get a penalty if they put something forward on under declaration and you had to pay tax on it. You won't be able to argue that penalty by you coming forward first and saying, hey, we noted there is something missing. This is what it is. You can argue, I actually did come forward the moment I picked it up. And you've got an argument for them to remit that understatement penalty on that income.
Okay.
So it works out
would
in
I
your
need
favor
to
too.
upload? Would I need the bank statements as I did for this one or contracts as well?
Yeah, I would say more is more for an argument that you're going to be putting forward to SARS to showcase. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Cool.
Well, appreciate it. I think Nele had a hand up as well, if she's still online. Is Nele still here? All right.
Well, maybe she left. I don't see her too. So yeah, I think that should be it for now.
Yeah, I take it that's our cue then to call it a day.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to come join us for this session, and thanks to our guest speakers, Cregan and also LEENA. You're welcome to reach out to both of them. And yeah, have a good week, everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Cheers. Cheers.
Recording stopped.